Hello everyone, this is Pastor Corey, and if you're watching this video, it is because you have been so kind and generous with your time to volunteer as a crew leader for our 2018 Vacation Bible School. Shipwrecked. That's the theme, Shipwrecked. The goal of this video is to, in a brief way, that doesn't require you to come here for a training session, give you the quick points to take away about what's important in the job that you're doing and what you can expect and what we're going to need from you. So let's talk about that. Crew leader. What does a crew leader do? In short, your job as a crew leader is to manage a crew, which is made up of between 5 and 7 kids. They'll be all different ages. So you might have a second grader all the way up through a fifth grader. So it's really important that you are aware of the age differences and that you are constantly paying attention and interjecting as appropriate to help these kids from different ages work together and play together, right? So the fifth grader, if you're going from point A to point B, if you're moving to your next activity, they can be faster than maybe the kindergartner. So one of the things you'll want to do is kind of help keep them together. So here's a few ideas. I've got my cheat sheet here. You are absolutely, more than anything else, your job is to be a servant leader for these kids. That means that it's really not about you. You have agreed to work in this volunteer position, and we're so thankful that you're bringing your gifts and graces to this job. But the whole idea of what you've been asked to do and what you volunteered to do is to give of yourself to make sure that these kids have the best possible experience at our Vacation Bible School. And in my mind, that means that they're going to feel a part of the community. They're not going to feel left out in any way. That you're going to work really hard to make sure that they get your attention, that you're making eye contact with them, that you're speaking with them, that you're giving them encouraging words. When they do something well, smile and tell them, hey, that's really great. You did a good job with that. That's wonderful. Or you're so talented. Or I'm so glad that you were able to do that. So you want to be encouraging. You want to get to know the kids. You want to ask them questions, get to know them and call them by name. You'll have a name tag that will help to begin with until you can get them memorized. But we want you to ask the kids questions. We want you to really listen. If one of them's trying to speak to you, even though there's a lot going on, do your best to maybe even get down on their level and be at their face and let them explain what they're trying to explain to you or ask you the question that they have. And smile and raise your eyebrows. Let them know that you're being attentive. Nod your head. Reflect to them that you care about what they say. Because, again, this is all about their experience. These kids, we don't know everyone that's coming. We will expect a lot of our kids that you will see from our church. They'll look familiar to you. But we're having a lot of kids that are coming in from the community. And we don't know what their life is like at home or at school or what they experience. But we are intentionally making a covenant together that we are going to work very hard, regardless of what our job is here at this VBS, to make those kids feel loved and know that they are welcome here and that God loves them and that Jesus welcomes them. So we will be saying that to a certain degree through our lessons and through each activities, but it's very important as a crew leader that you're always having that in your mind, that that's what you're saying to these kids as you're interacting with them, even doing the little things. One thing that you can do as a crew leader that's helpful as a part of your job is we're going to assign jobs to the members of your crew. So, and you'll have a cheat sheet that I will make available with this video, so you can print it out or look at it. Choose a kid to be like a guide and maybe make it different each day. So when you're moving from one activity to the next activity, like maybe we're moving from the assembly in the sanctuary into another classroom or outside or something like that, let one person be a guide. See if they can remember which way to go, how to get there, to lead the rest of the group, and also how they want to get there. Maybe they want to do a little crab walk, or they want to skip to the next place, or they want to pretend like they're swimming, or they want to pretend like they're surfing or riding a motorcycle as they go from point A to point B, right? Something like that. Let the guide choose where you're going, like direction-wise, and also how you're going. Have a kit carrier. You'll have a little bag that you keep up with all the anything that you make during the activities. and you will have supplies that you may have to give out or collect during the course of being a crew leader. So have a kid that's in charge of carrying the kit that day, and you can switch these up each day if you need to. They help carry the crew bag. There's a prayer person that you could have. Choose someone in your crew that either can lead the prayers, which you'll see they're self-explanatory, and if not, they could be as simple as they get it started. They say, "Let's pray," or they'll say, "Everyone bow your head." Like, give them a way to help lead in that way, even if it's something simple. A navigator, a timekeeper, someone to keep track of the schedule and to remember what's coming up next, and someone that's a thank youer. You're going to be going from activity to activity, and you'll have folks that are helping to present these activities to you. Have someone in your group set aside and teach them each day how to help the rest of the class, the rest of your crew, tell the teacher how much they appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for this. We enjoyed this. Help them learn how to do that maybe. Those are all good ideas. Here's some other tips. Again, this is really all about the kids, not so much about you. And I don't mean that to sound crass at all. It's a gift that you're giving of yourself to teach these kids and to be with them in a ministry of presence. It's a way of saying, I know I've got stuff to do and I could be doing other things, but right now it's really important that God has got me here with you. I value you and I want to do this with you. So participate. That's like the chief thing that you can do. Sing the songs, do the motions. If there's motions that go with it, if there's dancing, do it. If there's games, play the games with the kids. Don't stand in the corner and be like, I'm too cool for this. Be curious in the imagination station. Help prompt them. Ask them, ooh, what do you think about that? Or what does that mean? Ask them questions to help them get the juices going. Use your imagination when you're playing with them and when you're working with them, and share your thoughts and ideas. You are a teacher too as a crew leader in a sense, and that you're teaching these kids that it's okay and it's safe to ask questions about God or to wonder about these things that they're learning here. Support your station leaders. As you move from activity to activity, you have these station leaders who have done an awful lot of work to put this particular station together for the benefit of these kids. Just like your job is to put yourself aside and to make yourself present for these kids. They have worked really hard to make themselves present and to do this preparation to engage with the kids in these stations. Help them with that. Help them by organizing your kids. If the kids are being distracted or they're cutting up or something like that, help gently get their attention moved back to where it goes. And maybe that goes back to the question. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, what do you think she's going to do? Tap if they're chatting, you tap them on the shoulder and go, what do you think he's got over there? What is that? You can listen to the station leaders intently yourself. If you look like you're bored or you don't want to be there, the kids will pick up on that also. And be enthusiastic. Everywhere that you go, everything that we're doing, again, this is great. Big smile on your face, sell it, enjoy it. And even if you don't think that you will, I bet that if you'll engage with it, you will. You will be touched and find something in it for yourself as well. You'll be blessed. This is kind of sensitive, but I think that it's very important. We all have cell phones, and we are keeping up with maybe our ride home or our family, or there might be something even really legitimate going on. Don't let your cell phone be a distraction. These kids often are coming from families where more family time is spent on a device than within the presence of the kid. And that's not what we're doing here. We're specifically not doing that. So please, pour your attention on the kids. Turn your cell phone off. Put it on silent. Put it on vibrate. And don't check it every 20 seconds like you're some sort of an addict. Even though you may be. Use kids' names in kind and loving ways. If you have to get onto them, don't say, oh, Corey. Say, hey, Corey, hey, man, let's pay attention to this, or let's look over this, or please help me here. Could you help? What do you think is going on here? A way of prompting that. A good way, if you have to tell a kid no or adjust the way that they're behaving, is to smile and use their name and say, hey, Corey, we don't do that here. It's not that kind of activity. Or, hey, we don't do that here. It's not that kind of church. Or, hey, we don't do that here. It's not time for that right now. That's a good way of setting a boundary, but without using their name in such a way like you're scolding them. Get here early. whatever time it starts, and it'll be, I'm shorting right now and I can't remember what time we start at night. Be here 30 minutes early. Be here, have your stuff together, be ready. A very big part of what you're doing is being present. So please come and be present with these kids and be early and prepared. Be positive. You model the behavior that you want them to have. So smile and have fun and do the things that they're doing. And you will get a list, which will be available for download with this video, but I can also print one off for you if you need, that will help you know what you do at each station and what you as a crew leader might need to do with your crew at each station. So real quickly, I'm going to go over them, but you'll have a printout of this that you can see. For the castaway sing and play, the first thing that we do when you gather in the sanctuary and when your kids get here, your crew gets here, greet them, be glad to see them. Hey, I'm so glad you're here tonight. Tell me what you've been up to. Talk with them. And when it comes time to sing and do the dances and stuff, do it with them. Don't just stand there like a bump on a log like you hate your life right now. Again, you may hate your life right now, but for the sake of this moment with these kids, put it aside for them, okay? And if you need help with that, come talk to me and we'll talk about why you hate your life right now. There's a sail away send-off, which is at the end, when we let the kids go. And at the end, the parents will come and meet you to pick up the kids. We're not just going to let them run away or let them out the building. This is all very controlled. So for the safety of the children, we want to be sure that a parent comes and picks them up, which is a great opportunity for you to spend time with them and for you to say how much you enjoyed their child. I really enjoyed Corey today. He was great to have in a group. He really makes me smile. Or she is so smart, or she is so great. I'm so glad that you're bringing her. I look forward to seeing her tomorrow night. Get to know the family a little bit. It is not maybe the chief part of what we're doing, but definitely something that's important that's a part of this activity for Vacation Bible School is to meet these families in our community and to let them know that we're a safe place to come and learn about God. And you, as crew leaders, meeting these families, meeting these parents for registration and for pickup, are the first line of who they see. So let them see you smiling and happy to be here and welcoming and caring for their kids, okay? Also, make sure that when the child is leaving, it's with an approved adult. They'll have a label that each day that will match what their pickup person is supposed to have, and they will either have to have that label or a picture of it, because it may be that mom dropped them off and dad's picking up, and mom made a photo on their cell phone of the label so that dad could show up and say, this is today's date, I belong to her, I'm supposed to take her home, and we can know. And at the end of the night, when they're leaving and when they're checking out, when they leave, you collect the kids' name badges and their Bible memory buddies, and that goes in the sack. That goes in the kit that you carry so that they can have them the next day when they come in. During Imagination Station, help the kids complete their activities, help clean up your area before leaving, and use your imagination and have a good time with the kids. During the Kid Vid and the Tropical Treats, which is our snack time, help the kids with their snacks. If they need to open anything, or if they make a mess or whatever, it's your responsibility as a crew leader to help that child in all aspects of what's going on at VBS. So help them clean up after themselves. If they drop their snack in the floor, need another one, go get one for them. Help this be a service to them, and encourage the kids to interact with the Kid Vid and the conversation that comes with that. During Bible discovery, encourage the kids to participate and share your own discoveries during discussions. Thank you so much for this, and I'm sorry that this video is probably going to be something like 15 minutes long, but you didn't have to come up here, and you can watch this again for review if you need to, so that's a good thing. You can do this at your own time, but also thank you so much for spending your time doing this. This really is an offering of yourself. This is a gift to God of your presence, of your gifts, of your graces, of all your talents. And we really, really appreciate that. If you have any questions about your needs as a crew leader, I believe that Angie Hamilton is the person that's in charge of that. And you can talk to Angie and she will help you with whatever questions you have. You'll have contact information available with you when you get this video as well. Again, thank you very much, and be in prayer and be ready, because God's going to do something wonderful through this congregation. at our Vacation Bible School. And I'm so proud to be of it. And I'm so thankful that you're a part of it too. Thanks.